Hey people, we're back. Back out for another little walk. Tree is still doing good. Seems to be a lot of people out here. See if we can smoke this in peace. Feels like it could be some rain, maybe, coming in. I feel it's like kind of cold wind, like that. Just feels like a storm. Maybe not, but it's got that feeling a little in the air. So we've got a lot on our mind lately. Just trying to digest it all. Right? I'm thinking about the word create today a lot. When you decree something or make a decree or a promise, and to eat or ate. And you'd have to watch the last video I uploaded. I'm not gonna go back through all of it right now, but the link to eaten and beaten in your heart and love, and eight being the number of rebirth, new beginnings, doorway to life, garden, all that kind of good stuff. There's a lot to go into. It's so easy in my mind, though. I wish I could mind meld with people. If I could share my mind. It's so much easier for me to picture than to describe. It's so weird. I'm like the best person in the world with words that's not good with words. I don't, in my mind, there's these beautiful links and pictures and word creations, and they won't come out, and I can't think of them or remember them as I try to recite them. But when I stop and pause and silent and think of them, they're there. It's the weirdest thing. It's like I just know. It's like I'm meant to know it, but not to say it. It is really weird. But the knowing, I guess the knowing is the part, but it feels lonely. So I want to I've been working so hard to try to get them out. I think I can. I just think it's too hard because it's such a complex, huge web, big picture, that I think I can get it out little bits at a time. I feel like maybe I should start making more videos, even refocusing on the same words, a smaller, simpler topic, but just on, something about the world or something, or reality, or just a single word for a video, maybe even multiple times, because some of the words are so complex. Some words, I'm not kidding, some words you look up and they'll have 35 meanings, 40 meanings to one word. And you can, when you really look in the context, you can find how they all fit, and and its origins and the words that stem from it or it stemmed from. The connections, they can run really deep. I've been looking at them and thinking about them for so long now. It's longer than I thought. When I start seeing old memories come up, it's been over a decade. I'm going on maybe even closer to 15 years of doing this, seeing these word links, and it's something you have to do and practice to start to feel more fluent, a bigger picture in it. It's not much different than playing an instrument, like music or something. You could take some great concert pianist or one of the greatest guitar players or something, and sit them down in front of you, and they could try to explain to you how to play the instrument, but you're not going to really get it. You know what I mean? And you're not going to like, the only way you're going to understand them is if you practice and do it yourself. Maybe they can give you some tips or some pointers or point you in the right direction to practice. But if you did practice a lot and say you became kind of an accomplished at that instrument yourself, then sitting down with that same person, you might yield something different, like something, something that you weren't able to see before or achieve before. Like you'd be able to get something out of it at a level that you weren't able to comprehend before. I ache to being just like that. I mean, it's a lot like that, So don't, like, I don't know. I guess there's more than one way to look at it. I would say if you really want to understand it and you feel kind of frustrated that you don't follow much or maybe see little bits and not much of a bigger picture, don't get frustrated. That's what it's like. It gets easier and easier. And if you're one of the other kind of maybe thoughts or opinions that like maybe I just like I'm crazy or full of shit or something, like I just think I'm like insane or need help, which I know a lot of people think that way. I've definitely been told many times. I would say to you, it's just basically the same thing. You can't see it. You don't know how to play it. You have no idea what you're talking about, really. You're even more ignorant than the person that is trying to see it and just can't. Because you're blatantly just talking about something that you don't really know anything about, like you've ignored or don't know it. Like you're trying to tell somebody like that they're playing the guitar wrong, that's been playing it for 20 years and you've never played it yourself and don't even know how. That would be my analogy. So, but either way, the analogy fits and it works. Words, man, words. So today I was thinking a little about the word jealousy. Mostly because some of the Bible verses about God, it says he's a jealous God. It says I am. The Bible pretty much says God is jealousy. Like jealousy and God are one and the same. Like God is jealous. Had me thinking a lot about Cain and Abel too, right? The story, and Cain was jealous because Abel, his brother, was chosen by his father and was going to marry was he going to marry the girl he wanted maybe to or something? I'm not sure about that part. I need to brush up better on it. It's been a while. But I know he was jealous of him. And he killed him, right? And jealousy, and that's what is like the thing, like don't be Cain. Cain's the jealous, the evil, and Abel was like the good guy. But sometimes, like think about it, you know how easy it is to not be jealous when you don't have anything to be jealous of? Okay, like seriously, just follow me, hear me out. Like Abel was the one when he was chosen. He had everything that Cain wanted. He didn't lack anything. He wasn't like, he wasn't being not chosen for anything that he felt, that he was like his purpose or from somebody that loved him. He wasn't being denied. And Cain was. So how do you know that Abel wouldn't do the same thing if roles were reversed? Like, how do you really know Abel is like his actual character or soul is that much better than Cain's? Like, how do you know if he wasn't just ready to reverse roles and be in his shoes and Cain was the one chosen for all the things? And how do you know Abel wouldn't have been jealous, had the same emotion? That's what I don't get a little about the story when I think about it. It's hard for me not to think about stuff like that, to put it in more perspective, or to think about, I can't just take it at like face value, like, oh yeah, this guy's that and that guy's that. They had different circumstances, and I can't say for sure that they wouldn't have did the same thing or their roles reversed. Maybe not, but I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll never know, right? We don't know. That's not the story. But it's definitely a valid question, I think. And I kind of think that he would. I tend to think that he might. Like, I don't know. Probably would have. More than likely. I don't know if he'd kill him. Killing's a little extreme to me. I don't think, I don't know how you get that jealous. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you get to that point. But jealousy is, you know, pretty natural emotion. God is jealous. We are God. We're made of God. God made us in his image. It means we're jealous. So, you know, it's not really something to deny. It can happen. I don't get jealous much, but it happens. I get disappointed a lot, which sometimes I think I might confuse with jealousy. Sometimes, like I feel like sometimes I just feel like just sad, like let down, or like I don't know. It's more of a disappointment. It's more of a like oh you wouldn't choose me for that, or like you wouldn't want me like a like oh I thought you would kind of thing. I thought we were cool, like a that's what to me it's usually it's that's what triggers me, that sadness. It's kind of a jealousy, I think, too. It's a borderline, I don't know. I think it's jealousy, but it makes me sad. Jealousy doesn't give me rage, it makes me sad. If it's jealousy, it makes me sad. Like I said, it feels way more like disappointment than betrayal. At least the things that I think make me jealous. Not much makes me jealous anymore. I don't really care about like stuff. With me, it's more just like personal relationship type things, like, you know, more like people I give my time to and stuff like that. Doesn't usually have to do with stuff. I can't remember the last time if I've been jealous of somebody else's like having something nice or something that I wanted and they have it like that. It's always just more of a like, you know, I thought you'd asked me to do that or something, or I thought you would want to go with me, or those are the things I think I get jealous of. People feel like they kind of let you down, like look you over, pass you over. I get passed over a lot. It's probably me. I mean, it's probably something with my personality, right? But that's my thing. And it's happened so much my whole life, I fear it some, so that's one of the fears I work on, one of the things I focus on, because what you fear tends to come to life. Like what you fear, you attract. So, but the first thing to do is you identify them. You aren't going to fix them if you don't identify them. First, you got to be aware. You know, I think you'll see progress. I've seen progress. It's nice. Very nice out. a lot of words coming to me today, earlier. Trying to write them down. I wrote down a lot of it. I didn't get it all. It comes to me so quick, I can't write it that fast. And then by the time I get halfway through writing what I'm trying to write, half of it's like gone already from my thought that flashed into my head. It's hard. It does. It's just like, it just comes to me. And then it comes in faster than I can output it. But I've been noticing it comes back a lot. A lot of times the same stuff, and I can kind of tell when some of it's new. And sometimes the new stuff is hard to remember. Like, it doesn't always come back. Like, it's the first time I thought of that or heard that. First time I put that word that way into the same kind of sequence of words that I've been gathering. So make a note to write those, make sure I get those written down with some of the other thought that comes to, at least some of it, at least as much as I can remember. And just keep doing it every day, and we'll see if we can't organize that list into something that we can decipher. And there's some people. I'm smoking a doobie. I'm gonna keep my distance. But man, I've made a lot of progress in some of the bigger picture lately to myself. It's really we, when it comes down to it. The universe, it really means you and I. The you and I verse, the one word, one us, the at one, a tone, like a ring. To see, me, you and I. To see means to bring forth, to fish, to spear, to spirit, to breathe, to live, to make alive, to make known, to let flow, to pour out, to spring, It literally all comes down to everything, almost all the words that I've been thinking for years all come down to the same word. They all relate to the same. And it is love too. Love is the word, but it's a lot of words. It's the sea. It's even jail. It's jail. It's love. It's everything. It's everything into one. And it really, a tone is the theme. At one really is the theme. Wind, gold wind. Yeah, sometimes I get frustrated and wish I could express it. I don't think I can. I don't know. Kind of just accept it. I think I could really express it to someone if I had an actual partner, like a wife, or maybe even just a best friend that I hung out with every day, or something. Somebody that really wanted to kind of know it, because like I said, it took years. But I don't think it would take 10, 15 years to be able to see the kind of things I see, starting from scratch. Not if I was to help, to guide, or kind of help her to look a little and express and show links. And so I think the same thing would be accomplished in a couple of years. I do. I've been getting the urge to find that person. I don't know. I don't know why. It's not an urge I've had for a long time. It just isn't. It's not a choice. I guess I say it's not a conscious decision. It's just Like, I don't know where it's coming from. I'm just getting that urge to maybe find someone again to put myself out there again, kind of thing. I mean, I've been kind of like a little, not really, but like I've been open to it for a little while now. I'll just say, I haven't really done it much. At least not with anyone who's mutually interested. We'll put it that way. These people stopped, man. I'm still smoking my doobie. I'm really just trying to smoke it and not like cross their path. And they just like won't go away. Take this path. That's a little path. Look how little. Look at, it's skinny compared to the other paths. Really skinny. That might be a good thing. Usually means nobody else takes it much. Hopefully. In this case. It's like right alongside that one. Look at that. I like this path. I am digging it. Well, it looks like it might end. No? I mean, it looks like it used to go that way and a tree fell. And it got stopped, but the people went around it this way. Yeah. It's all part of my rock and roll fantasy. Now that's untrimmed. There's like somebody goes through here and like weed whacks and trims these, but this one is untrimmed. I don't want to go through it. You can see it looks like a jungle. I don't want to go through it right now. We'll go this way, which is also untrimmed, but very short. Very, very short. It's all part of my rock and roll fantasy. It's all part of my rock and roll dream. Here come the jesters, one by one. Yeah, like I said, parts of me are starting to feel like I might want to share my time with someone else. Another person on the same. Somebody that wants to, like somebody who wants to figure out the truth, man, deep into words and meanings and old fables and stories and fairy tales and religions and, you know, music. movies, whatever. It's in everything. It's written in everything, what I see. I want to share my time with someone else that wants to try to see what's written in everything and kind of create our own little reality. What time we got left on this world, this stage, this planet. I want to make a plan on the planet. I'd like to make a little circuit, connection, if you will. Sounds nice. I mean, pretty happy. Well, I've been pretty happy alone for a long time, but they said it's just an urge. It's just like being hungry or something. I don't know. It's just an urge, I mean, and I'm not talking sexual about that. Trust me, that urge is very strong too. Always has been. That's been one of the hardest parts of remaining alone all these years, is the sexual urge. I might be getting up there in age, but trust me, I don't need any Viagra or nothing like that. I'm still very much no different than what I remember being when I was 20 years old or something. So that part can be tough. But at the same time, it's easy. I mean, it's tough, but it's the toughest physical thing. Kind of like a physical addiction, like trying to quit smoking or something. Like the physical part of it. The mental part of it is kind of easier to overcome eventually. But I don't really want to overcome them anymore. I mean, those are natural. Those are just natural urges. I'd like to maybe just actually find the right person to experience them with, which I don't believe I ever have. I've never been with that person before. I've had too many bad relationships that have left me not wanting one for a long time. I'm really enjoying being single, doing a lot better for myself. I've made a lot more progress in my life the last 5 years being single than I have in the previous many, many years not being single. Trust me, I really have, both spiritually and mentally and financially. Not that it matters much, but it does. I mean, you might not want it to matter. It might not supposed to matter much, or morally or whatever, but it does actually matter. And it matters. It affects your life, whether we want it to or not. The sad truth is it does. I've just been doing better at everything on my own, all around. Except being lonely, not doing better at that. So it gets lonely. And I'm having the urge, man. But it's got to be the right person, man. I won't be with someone just to not be lonely. Like, I won't do that ever again in my life, ever. I just won't. It's not learn that lesson. I've had to learn it too many times to understand it, but I understand it now. And the people that I seek are very rare. They're very rare. And I'm not getting any younger. And I know that there's a good chance that I may be alone the rest of my life. Like, and I'm prepared to deal with that too. Like, that is I know it's a very real possibility. Like, it's probably at least 50-50, if not better than 50. It's like, it probably is. So I should not be surprised, I guess. I won't be surprised. I am prepared. But I'm also willing to take the chance. It's not going to really be a chance next time. I'll be sure, or I won't do it. But like I said, it's very rare. And which will probably make her, if I actually found someone, which mean I'd be kind of rare too. Like, for her to actually see me as a fit would be rare. So, it's going to be very low odds of actually occurring, I think, those odds. But I've gotten pretty lucky before. Sometimes the universe can just pull things towards you in your favor, what you need or what you seek or what you are after. It can just bring it. If it wants to, it can. Surely can. We can help motivate it, kind of nudge it in our favor, hopefully. We'll try, we'll see. We'll ask. We'll ask. We'll just ask the universe for what we want. We'll see. But, like I said, something easier said than done. Here come the geese. Oh, look at them. They're probably hard to see on the camera. I could see them flying through the trees. Honking away. It's getting windy. Boy, is it getting windy. Hold up a second. Alright. So, we're gonna hike back up the hill. I like to come down to that spot there on the water. It's a good destination for me to walk to and back. One of my favorites. Hey. Just out here traversing the world. Kind of rambling through the woods. In Penn's Woods, Pennsylvania, Penn's Woods. Eventually get to that part. Penn's Woods. And the words and the word wood. And wind and wind, wend, wand, world. And to see, wade, wide. The old Keystone State. Means a lot to me. Maybe not to you. I feel like, it means a lot to me. It looks like it means a lot in the bigger picture of the world, which is weird, because, the whole world isn't in the United States, you know? But it doesn't necessarily matter. It just seems to be a piece of something, a piece of a puzzle. All the states are. In fact, all the countries are. All the big cities are in the other countries. They all are. Their names all have deeper meanings, rooted in the origins and links to the same. Everything is the same, man. We're all one. It's all one. We're at one. It's one world. We're all on Earth. Some of us might feel like a stranger, but we're here regardless. I've been feeling a little like a stranger lately. I've been trying to make friends, but I'm pretty fucking weird. I don't know if people even understand me. Probably not. I don't know if I would either. I don't know. I don't think I would. I'd have to give it a lot of, you'd have to give it some time. You'd have to really, it's kind of hard to, it's kind of eccentric. I'm eccentric. I'm basically weird. Which word, weird word, would. Wound. Utter. Round. Rounds. Ammo. Bullets. Shots. You know. Look at all these people. What is happening? How do I avoid them? Hello. Feel like a stranger. Gonna be long, long, silky, crazy night. Crazy night. Feel like a stranger. Long, crazy, crazy night. Crazy night. Yeah, been feeling like a stranger. I always have, though. You only notice it again when you start to, like, almost come out of it, like, feel like maybe, like, almost, like, oh, wow, some people are get me, and then when you find out they don't really, like, or they're not really interested in at all, you kind of remember again, like, oh, yeah, I feel like a stranger. It's like, oh, yeah, I forgot, but I have been the whole time, so nothing's new. It's just, like, forgot for a minute, that's all, you know, so you're back, so we're back, we're good. Not many birds this time later, huh? Maybe there is a storm coming or something, they know. I was out earlier today. The video from earlier, there was a ton of them. And they seemed like so friendly. It was crazy. They were coming right up on me almost, like right. They were like flying right past my head and stuff. I almost like dodging them, thinking they're gonna like hit me. It was fun. I enjoyed it. This forest seems quiet now. Just a lot of people. Maybe the people drive them away. I don't know. Could. It's possible. I hear a couple finally. Not many. Where'd everybody go? Huh? Where'd you go, guys? Come back. Come back. Yeah. We're going to just keep focusing on bettering ourselves however we can every day, and focusing on wanting to attract someone who has similar spiritual and intellectual type of interests, and that really likes to smoke weed, because I just don't think I'm going to quit. I've been smoking for so long now that I know it. I'm not quitting. And I've never dated someone who smokes. As funny as that is, I've smoked my whole life, basically. I've been smoking since middle school, like every day. Yeah. I've never dated someone who smokes. As weird as that is. I don't know why, it just never happens. I always end up with someone who just like doesn't smoke weed. They're not in it, but they always don't care. Like, oh, I don't mind. And they always do. They always mind. Like whether it's a month or 6 months or a year into the relationship, they always mind that you smoke weed when they don't. So they just don't. I'm not doing that again, ever. Matter of fact, they gotta smoke a lot of weed even, because one girl I dated smoked a little bit of weed, but not really. It was like she would smoke it, but she really didn't smoke it. She wasn't like into it. And she quit. She didn't really want to smoke it much. It wasn't like that's not the same thing. That's the same as don't smoke. They don't smoke weed. Like, unless they use it daily, most of the day, from not within a couple hours after they wake up until bedtime. That's not. Yeah, we're not the same. We're not on the same level. I'm a connoisseur of marijuana. Like I usually have 6 or 7 strains on hand, so I can smoke a different one each time of the day. That's the level of smoking weed I'm on. So that's what I would like to find. So it's going to be a pretty rare order, right? I mean, they're going to need to be a enthusiastic smoker, not an occasional smoker. I'm telling you, occasional smoker is no different to me than a non-smoker. It's the same thing in my book. They need to be a smoker, a connoisseur of marijuana and of words. They don't even have to be, they just have to want to be a connoisseur of words. They have to be like interested in words and seeing some links and connections to words. And they need to be into spirituality and religion. I mean, you don't have to be religious or have a religion, but I like to, it seems to link a lot to me. It's a topic of interest that's on my mind daily, frequently. So it needs to be in alignment with that, or we're just not going to be happy. We're just not going to have the same enough in common to want to grow together. We'll just be there. I don't want someone that's just there. Like I said, I don't want a partner again just to not be alone. Someone that's just there. I want someone that we're going to grow with each other, that I'm going to help her grow spiritually, mentally, and she's going to do the same for me. And create what we want. Like to realize I think we can create a reality, and they need to believe that, because I believe for it to really happen, you have to really believe it in your heart. Like you really have to believe it. So they have to believe it, that we can create what we want in this world, we can have anything we want. But I want someone that wants good things, like good virtues and values too. Like I don't really want certain, I don't know. You know what I mean. No evil, man. Nothing excessively evil. I can go a little evil, little bits of evil, but nothing excessively evil. It's going to be a very rare order. It'll take a while. This is a pretty good spot. Sometimes, I go a little further before I turn around. I like the moss. The moss here is cool. Yeah, so if I find that connection with someone, and I'm not physical appearances aren't a big thing to me. To me it's more like our souls match, that we're like in alignment, like I said, with a lot of things I just described and more. Music too. Music is a good one just to have similar. They don't have to be exact, because I love new music. As long as they like new music, they don't have to be the exact same, but enjoying the same, like being able to enjoy each other's music and share and learn, get new music is like another. Those are just things that, to me, that are important. I'm pretty simple things, man, to me are the most important. They're like the fundamentals, the roots, the ground, the foundation, These are the things I'm asking you for, universe. Somebody that's similar to me, similar enough to complete this kind of circuit, this circle, this someone that can go back and forth with these things and we can learn and expand, that can help motivate each other to go further with it than we've ever gone. That's what I want. And that knows we can create. It's got a true heart, who truly believes in their heart that this reality is not exactly what we are told, but there's magic. I think there's magic here. And I need someone that has the magic in them, because I think I got the magic in me. I feel like I got magic in me. I do. I know I do. I need someone that knows they have magic in them. And we'll make magic. Miracles, basically. I think we can. And if not, it won't be any different than it has been. Me alone, we've been doing pretty good. Like we definitely can achieve happiness alone. I got an urge, and I think there might be a greater or more fulfilling happiness to share with someone. I do. I have this feeling that there is. I think there is. So we will ask the universe if this is possible, if this exists for us. We'll ask for it. We'll be willing to accept it. We'll be open to it. Like I said, it's really more of a match on a soul level to me. I don't care about physical stuff. Although I do kind of prefer someone that's I am sort of health conscious. You know what I mean? And eating a little healthy and stuff like that. So, it would be a better match. But I'm really not opposed to any type of physical appearance. But especially besides that, if you're healthy, especially after that, I don't care. I don't care if you got thin lips or pouty lips or thin hair or thick lush hair, curly or straight, or if you're tall or short, or I don't care. Color of your skin, the color of your eyes, none of that. I don't have any preferences. I know almost any female I've ever been not all of them, but most females that I've ever been interested in, when we talk about these things, they always want some big guy, like some lion or large, they seem to always have this physical preference. So I need the universe to bring that too, because I'm not small, like really, but I'm not large. I'm like a very average sized guy, maybe even a little below. I'm a 5'8", so I'm no lion. I'm no large 200-pound plus guy. I'm not. That's not me. But seems to be almost every like spiritual enlightened woman I've ever mostly talked to. That's what they want. So that's going to make it hard too, universe, right? Because they're going to have to be like me, and that doesn't matter. I don't know. To me, that's not even real. Like, that's matter. That's doesn't matter. There's no matter. Nothing matters. It's, the only thing that is real is consciousness. Like, that's physical. That's material. Like, saying that you require some certain physical thing from something like that's not even something you achieve or can earn, or it's not like a personality trait. Like, it's just like you're born that way and you can't help it, kind of thing. Like, those to me aren't things they don't make a person any better or worse of a person. They didn't earn it or get it. They're meaningless. They're kind of shallow, I think, to me. They are. That's my opinion, but I think it's shallow. But you can believe what you like. But I don't think it's real. I think only consciousness is real. That's all that matters. That's no different than being, it's the material world. It's like, it's no different to being materialistic about saying you require someone that makes a certain amount of money or has a certain size house, or it's no different at all. You can try to bend it and stuff or play with your words or something, but it's the same. It's the truth. There's no way around. It's the same fucking exact principle. It's the same thing. And I think it's shallow, just as shallow as any of those. So, I mean, you can try to change my mind. I would be definitely welcome to it. Like, I'd be welcome to, if you could change my mind, some information I haven't considered or a question I haven't thought of. But the main point is, universe, is you have to bring me that similar person. And I'm not an ugly guy. I'm a pretty good looking guy, decent looking guy. Like I said, I'm just not no big fucking lion, manly guy like that. I'm more of a pretty boy, kinda. A little bit, maybe. But, like I said, it's not. And I'm kinda into eyes. If anything, on a person, I don't know, I feel like eyes are kind of the gateway to the soul a little bit. Like, there's something about eyes that get me. I fall in love with looking into somebody's eyes. And it seems to have a lot to do with their personality. Like I know I'll be able to gaze and fall in love with their eyes just by knowing them before I've even ever seen their eyes. If I got to know them good and knew who they were, I could just kind of see them in them. So we need someone with similar views of me. Similar personality traits. Who wants to learn? I'm still learning. Matter of fact, it would even be great if they were as into words as I am, and even like further than me, and they were like coming and starting to like really teach me. That would even be more I would welcome that. But either way, somebody that wants to learn from me or is going to teach me. But eventually, I believe either way we're going to learn together, because either way we're going to get each other caught up in due time, and then we're going to be helping each other the whole way progress. There's going to be two minds. That's the part. Two minds thinking of those things. You think of things that the other person doesn't. You come up with more. You get like further quicker. Like, two minds are better than one, man. It's help. It's a helping hand. So I say it's got to be mutual, though. It's got to be somebody that wants the same thing. It's got to actually be. I want somebody that wants to help each other. Wants to help each other's soul, man. Light my soul on fire. I think it's my twin flame is what I want. Because I want someone that wants to light that fire. I'm trying to light the fire, man. You need two things. You need a rock and some flint, or wood, flint, tinder. You need some tinder and some flint. You need a spark. You need fuel and a spark. start the fire up. So, universe, we're ready to start the fire. If you shall allow it, if that's what you want. Like that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's not totally up to me all the time. It is, I can ask, but I think the final result's up to somebody greater, possibly. We shall see. But peace out, people. I hope you have a good night.